Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm here in Masjid al Aqsa, in the compound of Masjid al Aqsa. The Dome of the Rock is on my right hand side. Masjid al Qibli is over there, over at the front. And here we have a grave and quite a few graves. But this grave is significant because it says that this is Al Mujahid al Azim Moulana Mohammad Ali Jauhar al Hindi. Al Hindi. He was an Indian freedom fighter who has ended up here in the compound of Masjid al Aqsa. After his death, he is buried here. Who is Moulana Mohammad Ali Jauhar? Moulana Mohammad Ali Jauhar was born in 1878 in Rampur under the colonial British rule. His father died at the age when he was only 5 years old, and then his mother, who was extremely passionate about freedom from British colonialism, decided that she will make sure that her children grow up to fight colonialism, even if it's fighting with the pen and intellectually. She made sure that her children gained education. He studied in Aligarh University, and after studying in Aligarh University, he went to Oxford and he studied in Lincoln College. He studied history there, and then he came back to India and he started writing. He had a very eloquent tongue and he had very eloquent pen, and he started writing against the British colonial rule and tried to gain independence. He joined many organizations. Muhammad Ali Jauhar attended the founding meeting of the All India Muslim League in 1906, and he became one of the presidents in 1918 as well. He has a unique distinction that he was also part of the Congress and the Khilafat movement. So the three main political parties at the time, he was part of that. Muhammad Ali Jauhar fought for the freedom of India from colonial rule. Initially, he wanted all India to stay together, but then he became disillusioned with Gandhi and his movement, and then he sided towards partition and sided with the movement of Pakistan. He went to prison many times because of his writings and because of his speeches. Once when he was in prison, his two daughters, 20 years old, 21 years old, they were sick, and he wanted to go and meet them, but they said, only if you renounce what you said, then we will allow you to go and meet them. But Moulana Mohammad Ali Jauhar said, I will not renounce. His mother, who was a passionate opponent of the colonial rule, said that if you had gone, then I would have beat you myself. Unfortunately, his daughters died, and he was not allowed and go to the janazah of his daughters. Eventually, when he was freed, he kept on fighting for a free India and a free Pakistan. He came to a meeting in 1931, round table discussion to London, and that's where he had a stroke and he died in 1931 in January. And then there was a discussion as to where he should be buried. He didn't want to be buried in Britain because they were occupying his land. He didn't want to be buried in India because that was occupied land. Eventually, because of his passion for Khilafah, because of his passion for Palestine, the Mufti of Palestine and his family decided that he should be brought here. He died in Sha'ban and he was buried here in Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill his grave with noor. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate his status. This is Moulana Mohammad Ali Jauhar of India, who is buried in the compound of Masjid al Aqsa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.